today I really want to share how I manage all this together through prayer, planning, and you know, peace that I consciously fight to keep in my heart. So let's dive into it. I want to start by, telling us how I manage my daily life every single day. I discovered that I have a lot on my plate, especially when I'm going out with the children and everybody is going out. I kind of, do extraordinary things to make sure I carry everybody along and then meet my own appointments that I have to do every single day that I go out. And how do I handle this? It's just not funny, but I just have to kind of keep going to make sure that yes, we all get out of the house. So the first thing that I do, I have to kind of time myself and tell myself that, Peggy, you have to wake up early. Because if you don't wake up early, there is no way you'll be able to kind of, meet the target of getting everybody out of the house early. And in a typical day that the children have to go to school, I have to kind of, go to the office just 7:30 at most 7:45. And me, my resumption time, anytime I'm going to the office, have to be 8 o'clock. But as a civil servant that I am, I could like maybe get to the office like 9. Yes, 9. And which I try as much as possible to kind of keep. But with a whole lot on my plate as a wife, a mother, a business person that owns a shop in the house, because sometimes they kind of people come and buy things when I'm getting the children ready to go out or getting myself ready to go out, and I just have to leave what I'm doing to kind of attend to them in the shop. So most times getting all these things, I usually don't meet up with time. So I told myself that I just had to kind of start the day very early so that no matter how, we'll be able to kind of get out of the house early. But despite that, meeting up my time most time is just not easy because it's just not funny. But I try as much as possible to kind of get out of the house before we leave the house. So waking up 5 a.m. for me was just not visible. So I had to kind of look for another strategy to make this work. So I told myself that I have to take care of myself because it's like I am the engine room, and as the engine room, I just have to kind of take care of myself because if I don't, I will collapse. Because it's like kind of if you're in an airplane, let's just say for example you're in an airplane and sometimes you just have to secure yourself first before you, because firstly they'll tell you where the mask first, the oxygen mask first before you can think about any other person, even if you have a child. If you're any other person, even if you have a child, if you're carrying a child, you have your child, you just have to secure yourself first. So I have to sit myself down and tell myself that, Peggy, you're very important. And for you to be able to kind of all those things that you're doing, you're a wife, you're a mother, you're a civil servant, you have a grocery store at home, and you're a student, and you have a foundation that you're running, and all that. You just have to know that you are the one that is running the whole thing. You're the one that is running the whole thing. I keep telling myself that you're the one that is running the whole thing. So what are you supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is to take care of yourself so that you'll not collapse. Because if you collapse, you won't be able to do all this. So what I told myself, I had to kind of, I'm very good at, and that's another thing that's another management that I do, another planning that I do, and I thank God that I'm really doing it and it's helping me, is that I make a whole lot of researches. I research about anything that I'm into. I try as much as possible to research and know much of how to kind of go about all this. So I kind of research and I discovered that as an engine room, as a woman that is handling all this, the first thing you need to do, you need to put yourself into consideration. You have to put yourself into consideration. And how are you going to do? Set up time for yourself. Since you're kind of cultivating and you have to get them out of the house early, and you to get yourself out early, wake up early. So that's one of my strategies. I kind of strategize within myself, talk to myself inside that I have to wake up early. And this waking up early, I have to tell myself that it's not about waking up to start attending to the family immediately. I have to attend to myself first because I am the engine room. So I look at that 5 a.m. that we were waking up, and I discovered that 5 a.m. is not visible. Because when I started it, if I wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, I will rush out to go and pray immediately. And after prayers, I start the kind of cook food for the children. You all this complain. You're the lawyer, you're the medical person, the doctor, you're the cook, you're the everything. So immediately after prayers, I discovered that the children flocks around me, and I don't have my own time. Sometimes I don't even brush. You understand? I'll just stay and all that. So I now sat myself and I said, no, Peggy, you cannot continue like this. You just have to kind of find a way